All right, guys, I'm in Louisville, Texas, at the Card Haven. Apparently, they're doing some event for for Pokemon's 29th anniversary. It's February 27th, 2025. I don't know if I'm gonna film anything inside there, but I'll show you guys what I get if I buy anything. I think they're supposed to have some prizes too or something. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I can upload this.
So it's been a little bit over a week since Pokemon Day, and unfortunately, I was not able to actually record anything when I got to the Card Haven. So I just wanted to just talk about what happened and why I didn't record. Not because I wasn't allowed to, or was told I couldn't, but just because I've never been to the Card Haven before. That was a brand new experience for me, and I didn't know what to expect. Uh, that place is pretty big for a local card shop. It probably like anywhere from the mid range to the large range of card shops. And there was a lot of people there, more people than I expected. And I don't know why I expected there to be not. I didn't expect it to be a busy thing. It's Pokemon Day, of course it's gonna be a busy, especially when you have an event going on. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys what happened and what went on with that. I went to the Card Haven because I didn't know of any other Pokemon Day events going on. And I've never been to one before. So it was kind of cool going to one and seeing what it had to offer. They were offering multiple events that you could enter into. Uh, the so when I got there, I walked in, the place was pretty much packed. Found out how to register to the events. I end up trying to figure out like what's the quickest event I can get into and get out because I just got off 10-hour work shift and I was tired. I was so tired. But also got there 45 minutes late. I got there about 5:45, and it started at 5 o'clock. It's supposed to go from 5 to 7. So I was already kind of feeling the pressure of like, oh, I only have about an hour to do an event. And the reason why I want to do the event because you got promo cards, but also just I hadn't been to a local card shop in forever. So I was like, I wanted to check this place out, see what had going on, maybe buy something from them. So when I got there, it was just packed, and I found out how to register for events. I got into it. I figured the quickest event I could do would probably be like learn how to play the TCG. I kind of know how to play. I've played the live. I've played when I was a kid, but I haven't actually played like I don't know like current rules. I never really played by the rules. Just mostly like if I play the live, like obviously I'm forced to play the rules, but I really don't fully understand the rules. So that'd be cool. Like kind of just to learn. That turned out to be a mistake. Um, yeah, I ended up staying there for over an hour. Um, my name never got called, and mind you, like they had their like full staff there and extra. They had official Pokemon refs, or at least they had shirts on that made them seem like they were official Pokemon refs. I don't know, but they had different people running the events, and I just there was just the sheer number of people there, and it was first come first serve. So when you sign up for an event, you got put into a line, and then they would call the names, and then you could play the events. I didn't think about this. They did have TCG Pocket as an event you could do. That probably would have been the best one to register for. At one point, when they call names, if no one showed up, they would take volunteers. I did volunteer for an event for a TCG Pocket event, and I actually got picked. But when I was walking up there, someone else they needed two people. I got picked, and then another guy got picked who was standing closer to the ref. And so he went to go sit down, but I guess he had his girlfriend with him, and so she started to sit down too. And the ref was like, "Oh wait, are both of you?" And they're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well," she looks at me and she goes, "Well, it's your spot because I picked you first if you want it." And I was like, "No, no, they're together. Um, let them play." I was trying to be nice. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have been nice because at this point I'd already been there for almost an hour and I was tired and I pretty much posted up in a corner of the room and just stuck to myself because I didn't know what else to do. And I so I ended up going back to my little spot and I don't even know how to describe. So I ended up registering for the TCG Pocket event. So I got because you could register. I didn't know this when I first registered. I didn't know you could register for multiple events. So that's where I also messed up too. I should have registered for multiple events when I got there, and then I should have registered for the TCG Pocket event because I do play that game. And so by this time now it's almost 7 o'clock. It's about oh yeah it's 7 p.m. and the event's supposed to be ending. Well, what the reason why I was going to end at 7 is because they were going to do a Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament. Well, that got canceled because the sheer number of people at this Pokemon Day event was just insane. There was no way it was going to end at 7. So the downside to what happened at 7 o'clock though is where it kind of like this is the only complaint I have about what happened that night because everything else was great. The Cardhaven did a fantastic job, but at 7 p.m. they wanted to register the Pokemon Go event, which was a $5 entry fee. That's the only thing that wasn't free. And I didn't want to play Pokemon Go, so I wasn't going to register. But they had to, anyone who registered for the Pokemon Go event had to submit their teams. And they, I think it's where they messed up is that they had like, 5 or 6 different events going at once. And every time an event ended, the ref would go to the guy. There was a guy laptop. I think his name was Adam. Adam was doing an amazing job. I don't know how he kept up with everyone, but the ref would go to the laptop and Adam would give them, however many names they needed for their group, the next group to play whatever event it was. And at 7 o'clock, they decided to stop that and just register the Pokemon Go people. So the events were still going on, but when an event ended, no new players got put into the next event until all the Pokemon Go players got registered. And that was 30 minutes. So from 7 to 7:30, it was just literally just Pokemon Go players being registered. I've been there since 5:43, and now it's 7:30. And I'm kind of a little irritated, but it's like, I committed to this. I'm doing this. Also, I want a promo cards for showing up. So and they were very adamant about you had to play an event to get the promo cards. And I mind you too, like I said, this place was packed. I wanted to buy product from them. I don't know what I was gonna buy because I don't think they had any Pokemon cards. At least not that I can see. They had like singles, but they didn't have any like non-open product. As you know, there's a shortage, or not a shortage, but like it's hard to find anything. I tried to go to the counter and look, but the sheer number of people that were there, I just couldn't even see. Like in between people, just trying to even see what they had, was just it just wasn't happening. I'll have to go back another time. But so 7:30 ends. They go back to taking new names and doing the games, and of course they're asking for volunteers again. So I'm trying to jump into any volunteer. I'll volunteer for anything at this point. Hoping it would be Pokemon Pocket, TCG Pocket, or whatever. So finally, around 7:45 ish, a spot opens for TCG Pocket. I take it. I get in. Now, mind you, I've already registered for TCG Pocket, but I just haven't been called yet. So now I've kind of jumped my spot in line, which is great. So I get to play. And shout out to Corey, man. Corey, you're an awesome guy. My opponent that I had to play against first round was Corey. Uh, I kind of feel bad because at that point I wasn't like in the best of mood. Like I wasn't super talk. I'm not a super talkative in person anyway. I'm not super social. But Corey probably got the worst version of like my anti-socialness. Sorry about that, because Corey is very social, cool guy. He clearly wanted to make some friends. I really didn't care about TCG Pocket, other than the fact that I do play it every now and then, and normally I auto play all my battles. I don't actually actively PvP with it. So we went up against each other, and it's unfortunate too because he had a water deck and I was playing an electric deck. I was playing a Pikachu deck. If you know, you know. It's an amazing deck. Uh, and by all means, I had the advantage, but I also had zero motivation to win. And I even asked, like, because I was at a table with four people, and the way it worked, if you sat down at the table, whoever sat across from you, that's your opponent. So Corey was my opponent, and I just asked the table, I was like, hey, if we lose, we still get like the tickets, and we it counts. And like, yeah, you get 2 tickets, which are for a raffle, and like as you progressively won more and more matches, you got more tickets. I really didn't care about the raffle. I just wanted to get my promo cards. And so I really wasn't super motivated to win. And I'll tell you this, even with having the advantage of the Pikachu deck, my initial hand setup was horrible. And I made no effort to try to game the system to actually win. Because, like, if I don't get a good first setup, I'm not really trying. And I'm not even saying that even if I tried against Corey, I would have beat him because that guy knew what he was doing, even with a water deck versus electric deck. So yeah, I think I was gonna lose either way because I don't have the experience or the motivation to try to be better. And give Corey a shout out. He tried to give me some tips after the match was over and was like, "You should have done this and this." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but also like, I just want to go home." So sorry, Corey, if you ever see this, how highly doubt you will, but appreciate it for being a good sport and a good game man. But anyway, now remember when I said that boyfriend and girlfriend took my spot about an hour ago? Uh, so I get done, and that girlfriend happens to be sitting next to me. So I get on my match, I sign my tickets, I go to the counter because that's where you go turn your tickets in and get your promo card. Well, her boyfriend happens to be standing in front of me in line. So I'm already in line waiting, and who comes walking up? The girlfriend, right? And she cuts in front of me in line to stand with her boyfriend, which is kind of like part of me is like, I get it, you guys are here together, but also you weren't in line yet, and I just want to leave. But also, if I don't get my promo card and you take the last one, I'm gonna be really angry that you've cut me off twice now, and I didn't get what I came for. Um, it worked out. I got my promo card. Um, but yeah, I'll show you guys what I got. It was an awesome event, but they gave me I got this cool Sylveon event with this Pokemon stamp. What is it? I don't know. What does that say? 2025 Pokemon Day. Yeah, 2025 Pokemon Day. So that's really cool. And then also I got these, which I don't know if I want to open them, but these are the Illustrator contest from 2024, and like there's multiple cards in this pack. Um, I don't know if I want to open this. I think this is kind of a cool thing. Like this is part of like Pokemon history now, right? But also it'd be kind of cool to see what the other cards look like. But I don't know if I want to. It's just really cool. But yeah, so I waited almost. So I got done with the event about 8 p.m. and this is what I end up with. So yeah, was it worth it? Absolutely, because I could never get these cards anywhere else. Well, maybe these are somewhere else, but this one had to go to an event for it. And I got lucky because about an hour after I left, they posted on Instagram that they ran out of the promo cards. So whew, I was right there on the edge of it. And also, I mean, as you saw earlier in the video, I made it into one of the pictures on their Instagram. I'm practically famous. But hey, if you guys enjoyed hearing about my Pokemon Day 2025 um, adventure, I guess, I don't know. Let me know if you want to hear more stories about Pokemon stuff. I mean, I even have stories about like when I was a kid playing Pokemon tournaments that I could talk about. I don't know. I'm not really used to talking to this camera like this. But if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below, I guess. And if not, and if you made this far, remember to stay hydrated and safety first, then teamwork. Yeah, later.